Welcome to another episode of Insanity That Makes Sense. On today, July 3rd, we call it Jaws Day.
Martin, you gonna shut down the beaches on your own authority?
Problems. I think that I am familiar with the fact that you are going to ignore this particular problem until it swims up and bites you on the ass.
Brody, sick vandalism. That is a deliberate mutilation of a public service message. Now, I want those little paint-happy bastards caught and hung up by their Buster Browns.
Because this is the prominent scene in the Jaws movie. We all remember this.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business. It's going to be one of the best summers we've ever had. Now, if you fellas are concerned about the beaches, you do whatever you have to make them safe. But those beaches will be open for this weekend.
So let's look at this scene and what it really means. During the movie, we can see that Mayor Vaughn is intently worried about keeping those beaches open or closing them because of his political views and the financial benefit of Amity Island, which incidentally is in Massachusetts. And as you know from watching all the TV shows, Massachusetts politicians are off their rocker. They just don't know what they're doing. And it's gone back 50 years since the politicians on Amity Island in the movie Jaws. He won't open his brain to the fact that there could be a killer shark in the waters. This is just an example of how the politicians are so fake, especially in Massachusetts. Why did the Democrats vote against Trump? It's because they can't really say what they mean. Even though they're thinking it, they have to try to keep their jobs and vote against Donald Trump for whatever reasons. They don't care. For instance, in our own state of Massachusetts, a few months ago, Seth Moulton was complaining about his daughters having to compete against men in women's sports. He was adamant about it here in the state, about them playing against transgenders. But when it came time to actually vote his course, he didn't have the guts to stand up for what he truly believed. And he went against his own daughters and his conscience. And he voted for the Democratic line. And he wanted to keep his job. Just disgusting. He knew in his own mind that men don't belong in women's sports. We all know it. It's a totally ignorant statement. Men just don't belong in women's sports. It's just a stupid thing. In my opinion, the women on the lacrosse field should just go out there and play against the men and take the lacrosse sticks and beat those transgenders over the head with the lacrosse stick. That's what they should do. And then we'll see how many gay, transgender idiots want to play against women. That's what they deserve. This just shows how corrupt government can be. Even back 50 years ago when Jaws was filmed, all pompous, adamant, ignorant politicians only seek the money. Even when Mrs. Kittner was at the dock and she slapped Chief Brody, what she really should have been doing was slapping Mayor Vaughn. Well, this is the first of many Jaws 50th anniversary stories that we will be bringing to you this summer. So stay tuned to my Insanity That Makes Sense videos, and hopefully you've learned a little bit today and how fiction truly mirrors reality, unfortunately. Have a good day and stay safe in those waters, because there could be a killer shark swimming after you.